Absolutely not necessary. You got to decide where you're at with your particular cancer. But the problem is these protocols don't address the cause. They don't address the fundamental problem. Thus, it should be as no surprise, as you will read on the American Society of Clinical Oncology's website, cancer.net, cancer remits, or cancer comes back. It doesn't remits is something else. It comes back. Cancer returns, and it can be very distressing. Shock, disbelief, anxiety, anger, grief. Worst of all, a sense of just being out of control. When cancer comes back, it's worse than when you get it in the first place. It's a terrible experience. This, by the way, doctors know that cancers come back, and that's why they use this thing called the 5-year survival to indicate whether they're successful or not. If you get your cancer back, you can be completely cured of cancer according to the model, but you'll get your cancer back in 6 years because they measure their success by this thing called the 5-year survival rate. And alternative practices of killing cancer are slightly better. They're not as toxic, maybe, but it still misses the point. Do you need Essiac or Hoxie or hydrazine or cannabis or turmeric or whatever, genetically modified viruses? These are all strategies, alternative strategies for dealing with cancer. Maybe they're helpful sometimes, but I like to take a different approach. This is a quote from the Journal of Natural Science, Biology, and Medicine, 2011. The spontaneous healing of cancer is a phenomenon that has been observed for hundreds and thousands of years, and after having been the subject of many controversies, is now accepted as an indisputable fact, unquote. Look it up. June 2011 edition, Journal of Natural Science, Biology, and Medicine. And what this means is you don't have to be condemned if you have cancer. If one human body is capable of remitting, we all are capable of remitting. And I know there's lots of people who talk about alternative therapies, and some of them are my friends. Ty Bollinger, my buddy, he's got a great book called Cancer, Step Outside the Box. It has a whole bunch of non-medical ways of eliminating cancer. You might want to check it out if you or a loved one is dealing with cancer. But I like to take a different approach. I like to take the approach that we want to change the environment that the cancer is appearing in. And this does a couple of things. For one thing, it'll be a real cure. If you address the cause and you eliminate the cancer, that's a real cure. That's not a fake cure. That's a real cure. And even though doctors hate when you say that word, if you've switched the environment of the body around so the cancer's gone, that's a real cure. And the fact that cancers remit means that that is possible. But the number 2 point is just as important, I think, because what we're doing is we're making the body stronger. Whether or not we have the diagnosis, we're making the body stronger. Even if the cancer doesn't remit, we're making the body stronger. We will feel better. Our patient will feel better. Our mother or father or loved one will feel better. And that's the ultimate goal. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll be back right after this. Okay, we are back on The Bright Side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thank you for being here. 844-236-6010 is our number. Got a few more things I want to say about cancer. Then tomorrow I'll talk about if you're doing the longevity products, I'll get you some good longevity stuff that you can use, not necessarily for curing your body of cancer, but for dealing with the disease, for helping your body feel stronger. I just did a call this morning for Linda Tyler on cancer for Longevity Nation, as it's been called. And I will go over some of the highlights tomorrow, some of the products we talked about for helping the body deal with cancer. And if you're selling longevity products or you're part of the longevity family, you're going to want to tune into that. That'll be tomorrow, and then we'll continue talking about the ketogenic diet and the steroid hormones. Have not forgotten those. Those are so important, and they're important for helping the body with cancer too, by the way. The PPD hormones help the body or help cells process energy. They're particularly important for oxygenation, respiration, and oxygenation is a key component, or a lack of oxygenation is a key element when it comes to why a cell turns cancerous. In fact, according to Dr. Otto Warburg, who is one of the most famous biochemists, cellular chemists of all time, that's the reason why cells turn cancerous. It's called the Warburg effect, and it has to do with oxygenation of cells. I add in nutritional issues, starvation, lack of nutrients, which are linked to oxygenation, and toxicity, which is linked to lack of oxygen. So it's all kind of one big thing. That's why I call it that's why I always mention these as the 3 points that a cell breaks down at. I always mention these things together: starvation, suffocation, and toxification. They all work together. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. I had this really cool article here. Where is it? Here it is. This is from the journal Nature Cell Biology. Breast cancer cells use newfound pathway to survive low oxygen levels in tumors. Apparently, they just found a way that breast cancer cells survive low oxygen levels. This is what I'm talking about here. Cancer cells are cells that have figured out how to live in a low oxygen environment. They've been suffocating for so long, they've now switched into an adaptive way, an alternative way of processing. According to this article, researchers have identified what they call a new signaling pathway. It's basically just chemistry. They've identified new chemistry. Not new chemistry, they've identified chemistry newly, they've recently identified chemistry that helps cancer cells cope with a lack of oxygen found inside of tumors. This is why respiration is so important to prevent cancer. I'm not going to say you're going to breathe your way out of cancer, but certainly can help. But you can also do things like hyperbaric oxygen chambers, where they drive oxygen into your body. These hyperbaric oxygen chambers are found in hospitals throughout the country, and if I had cancer, I certainly would be doing hyperbaric oxygen, in addition to all the other strategies that we talk about all the time on the bright side, because dealing with cancer is like dealing with any chronic long-term degenerative disease. Okay, 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's go off to Allie in Utah. Welcome to the bright side. What's up, Allie?
Hi, Doctor. I just was asking about Oxybody, and it's a product from Longevity, and it supposedly helps your oxygen levels lift.
Well,
and I wondered how you felt about that particular product.
Do you use it ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies.
Okay.
You don't really breathe. I love the Longevity products, but some of them I can't really say too much about because you don't breathe through your mouth. It does contain, in fairness, it's an aloe vera base with some hydrogen peroxide, but that doesn't mean you're not necessarily going to get oxygen. Oxygen doesn't come in through your stomach. Oxygen comes in through your lungs, a little bit through your skin. So I can't really talk about the Oxybody. I can't talk about the oxygen in the Oxybody. However, what I can talk about is the aloe. And the aloe will make it easier for the body, for cells to breathe. Aloe is an incredibly helpful substance. It's got polysaccharides, which are important for the cell membrane. Components in aloe vera can be used, broken down, and utilized to help make cells breathe at the membrane level. I'd be more impressed with the aloe in the Oxybody than the hydrogen peroxide. So I hope that helps. That was a very diplomatic answer.
And what about inflammation? I mean, I notice when I eat wrong, I have inflammation.
Well, yeah. Did you just start listening to this program?
Yeah.
Did you just start listening? Have you not listened before?
No.
Okay, we talk about it every day. I've been talking about it for decades. Absolutely. Inflammation is the body's response to attack. It's a protective response. It's a beaver's dam. How does the body get attacked? Well, if you're an IV drug user, it gets attacked through the drugs you're injecting into your blood. Most people aren't IV drug users. There's the whole vaccine thing, and that's a whole other story. But that's one of the problems with vaccines is they attack the body. There's breathing. You can breathe things into the system. But the most important way why we get attacked and then the body subsequently inflames is food. Absolutely, Allie. Right on. You're correct. If you're dealing with arthritis, an inflammatory health issue, you'll notice multiple sclerosis, autoimmunity. You'll notice you feel worse after certain foods. It's like the old joke. You go to the doctor. He says, "Doc, it hurts when I do this." He says, "So what does the doc say?" "Well, don't do that." That's basically it. Yes, you're absolutely correct.
Used to say take ibuprofen, and so for a while there, I was an ibuprofen person, trying to get rid of that pain. But then when I started doing Dr. Wallach's diet, I noticed when I get off the diet, the inflammation comes. When I get back on the diet, the inflammation.
You're your own doctor, Allie. Dr. Allie. And by the way, I'm pharmacist Ben. I'm not Dr. Ben, but you are Dr. Allie. I now pronounce you, at least for yourself. All right, I got to motivate, Allie. Thanks for your call. Thanks for listening. Hope you stay listening. All right, Robin in Oklahoma. Welcome to the bright side.
Hi, Ben. Can I make a little caveat comment on cancer?
Sure.
Dr. Gonzalez, who is passed away,
yes,
he advocated starving. I mean, the starvation aspect of cancer.
Caloric restriction. I don't know if he said starving. He said
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Caloric restriction and fasting. Very important.
Cancer. Not starving the body, but starving the cancer, which is...
yes, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying. I'm not
caloric restriction and fasting are and the ketogenic diet are all very important strategies for dealing with cancer. And not only dealing with cancer, Robin, improving the effects of drugs or chemotherapy or alternative things like turmeric and aloe that kill cancer. Fasting and caloric restriction and the ketogenic diet, or as you say, starving the cancer, is a very important strategy. And I love Dr. Nicholas Gonzalez' work.
We will miss him.
We will miss him, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I have all the series of the Truth About Cancer series, and he was the most phenomenal, loving of humanity, and we will miss him so badly.
Yeah, he has a website. He has a website with a bunch of his tapes, seminars that he's done. If you're interested,
absolutely. Everybody.
I forgot the name of the website. Do you know the name of the website?
No, I do not.
Okay, just Google. If anybody out there is interested, he has tapes and he has PDF files that you can download. And the tapes are seminars he's done and workshops he's done. And you'll have to Google Dr. Nicholas Gonzalez and cancer, and I'll see if I can dig up the website. He's got a lot of good information on it.
He also, starving the starvation of the cancer has to do with the stem cells. They say, well, you're free of cancer. Well, no, you're not.
You still have the stem cells.
You still have the stem cells, and what comes out of stem cells, and that's life. So
that's true. The cancer stem cells. You got to hang on. I'm sorry. I hate to do this to you, but we got to take a commercial. So don't go away. All right. If you're on hold, we'll get to you as well. We'll try to get to you as well. So hang tight. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We've got more health information, good health information in your phone calls right after this. Okay, we are back on The Bright Side. Gotta motivate here and go fast. Robin, what's going on? How you doing? Let's get your question.
My original call. Whey protein. I have been taking I don't want to name the brand, but it's...
You can name the brand.
Okay, it's One World Whey.
Okay.
I've been taking that whey protein for, several years.
Did you stop taking it when he changed the formula a little bit, or did you take it right through?
When they changed it, but now they're back to a much better.
They're back, yeah.
But bottom line is, it's $200 for 5 pounds.
That's a lot, isn't it?
That's a lot.
It's a darn good protein, though. But that's a lot.
That's what I wanted to know. Is it worth?
Oh, it's a great protein. You'll have to make that decision for yourself. Protein's the most expensive of all the nutrients. And it's the most valuable, in my opinion. They're all important, but it may be the most valuable, arguably. And it is expensive to get quality protein. That's just how it is. If you go with eggs, that's great. And eggs are reasonably priced. Eggs are a good source of protein. Organ meats and fish are reasonably priced. But if you're going to go with the whey protein, which is next to eggs the best protein, it's going to be pricey to do it right. I use the Natural Factors whey. Sometimes I'll use the Keto FX whey, although that's got other things in it. But if I want just straight whey, I go with Natural Factors. It's organic. And then I'll also do the One World whey. Between those three, that's where I get most of my whey protein from.
When it's your meal...
that's why I mix it up. That's why I mix it up. The Natural Factors is the best. Next to, some people like the One World Whey, some people like the Natural Factors. Those are probably the two best ways that I've seen. It's a little bit cheaper, the Natural Factors, than the One World Whey. And I know Steven, who does One World Whey, is a great guy. And so I try to support him wherever I can. And he does have a great product. And his heart's in the right place. He's really looking out for humanity. And that's always important when people are making medicine for us, i.e. Nutritional supplementation.
Synergistic Nutrition is a good site to begin with, but they just went up, on everything. And I was just trying to weigh my
I know it's hard to talk without using that word.
It really is. But it is the best I have ever tried.
It's really good. It is really good. Natural Factors and One World Whey. Those are my two favorites.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, Robin. Take care. Okay, let's go to Benny in Austin. Welcome to the bright side.
How you doing,
Benny.
sir? I was listening to the program about cancer, and I think you answered some of my questions. But I want to be clear on the fact if you have cancer. If I have a relative, I think they're probably stage 3, and they're using Essiac and aloe vera and a few other hemp oil. But I was just wondering, do you think cannabis oil would be good? I heard you mention it.
They're all good in the sense that